Santa Claus ain't coming to Mars. Santa Claus ain't coming to Mars. Santa Claus. Santa Claus. Santa Claus. Santa Claus ain't coming. Santa Claus ain't coming to Mars.
Hi guys, it is Boxing Day here, and we have had a really interesting Christmas. So we were hosting this year, or we were supposed to be hosting this year, but that didn't really work out. See, we had like all the meat organised, we bought all the veggies, we had bought Christmas crackers, we had organised hampers for everybody, we had put up Christmas lights, we cleaned the yard. For those you can hear, I'm walking on all the leaves at the moment. We had prepared a huge amount, and leading up to Christmas we were really excited about all of the family coming over and spending that time together. We were going to have like 20 people on our back deck enjoying Christmas together, and that just didn't happen this year because about 4 days before Christmas our youngest son got quite sick. We had to take him to hospital because he was really unwell, and it turns out he's just got a virus and he had to try and fight that virus off, but that it was incredibly contagious, and we were not allowed to have people over, especially kids. And we've also got a 4-year-old girl, and so it was quite likely she was going to get that, and then 2 days later she showed symptoms of that. So it was a really good call not to have Christmas. But at one point I was kind of like really angry about that because we'd planned everything, and I thought, why did that happen at that point in time? I mean, I wasn't angry with my kids, of course, I can't help it, and they're so beautiful and they were suffering so much. That also made me feel really cross because they were suffering. And so after a little while I kind of just had to get to the point where I was willing to accept that that was the deal and I had no say in it because you can't help that stuff. But something else really hit me today. I was getting our youngest down for his sleep tonight, and I was reading a devotional on Desiring God about like how the coming King Jesus was received and all the different reactions to this King who was coming. Some of them were really excited, like the wise men who were rejoiced, or like the shepherds who like praised God in the fields and they left their sheep to go and find this king that like they didn't know Mary personally or Joseph personally, but they decided to go and find out who this king was and go see for themselves. It's this amazing thing that's happened. And then the reaction of someone like, say, Herod, who was so unbelievably power hungry, that the thought of a king being born who was going to threaten his throne made him pretty concerned, and said that he was greatly troubled, and so were all of Jerusalem. So everyone was pretty concerned about who this king was, and I thought that was interesting too. And so it made me really focus. And you know, sick kids is not fun, like trying to get a child to eat when they just have no interest in food, or trying to get them to stay asleep for longer than an hour, trying to get them not to wake each other up as they keep waking up as well. That's really hard. So all of those things are really hard, but then I realized that in all of the stuff that I was caught up in, like in all of the what Christmas crackers should we buy, and have we bought enough gifts, and do we have enough drinks, and all of that stuff, even though there's nothing wrong with that stuff, and I've got to make that really obvious, there's nothing wrong with that stuff. Parties are awesome. I think God is totally down for a party, and we know He is because it tells us in the end it's going to be a massive party in heaven, and I am well excited for that. But my my focus had shifted. It hadn't really been on this exciting coming of the King. It was like, have we got enough meat? Have we got enough veggies? That's really not, I don't think, what I should have been picturing when I thought about the birth of Jesus. I should have been thinking about all of the build-up to the birth. I should have been thinking about the prophecies for thousands of years for this King to come, to save not just his people, but Gentiles too, and what that means for me. I should have been thinking about the fact that Mary had to take this trip and leave her family, go with Joseph along a road that was probably an unfinished road in terms of it would have been bumpy, it would have been really unpleasant when you're pregnant to be riding on a donkey on a road and then to get to your destination and find there's just no room for you, and I'm sorry, but you're just going to have to labour in a foreign place in really not ideal conditions. I had lost focus of all of that. Every single part of that, I had lost focus. It just made me recheck my heart. It made me recheck everything about Christmas that I had forgotten. And so I guess I just wanted to just talk to you guys about that and just ask if that's ever happened to you, whether you've got so caught up in something and suddenly things are taken out of your hands and you have to have a quiet Christmas. And we've never had a quiet Christmas before, where it's just been our immediate family. And it was so, even though we missed our extended family, it was really intimate and close and lovely. And so I just wanted to just kind of vlog about that, and just how even though something really bad had happened, God brought something really good out of that, and had reminded me of why he came, and he reminded me of the bigger picture. And so yeah, I just thought I would share that with you guys. It's, I think, about 8 o'clock here in Australia on Boxing Day. It is almost dark. The sun is almost set. I don't know if you can see, there's a little bit of a sunset. But we've got bushfires here at the moment, so the sunset's a little bit hazy at the moment. So yeah, well, thanks for watching. If you've watched to this point, thank you. But I would love to hear how your Christmas was this year, and whether it was everything you thought it was going to be, and if not, was there a blessing to be found inside that?